The day I was made redundant, I sat in my car for 45 minutes. Didn't move, didn't cry, just sat there. And I remember thinking, if that company doesn't need me, does anyone? Here's what I know now that I didn't know then. What you believe about yourself in the first weeks after redundancy, that directly shapes how fast you recover and how good the next chapter is. Most people get this badly wrong, and I don't want you to be one of them. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things. First, the identity trap that keeps most redundant people stuck for months longer than they need to be. Second, a 15-minute exercise tested in peer-reviewed research that has been shown to literally speed up re-employment. And third, the hidden reason why your confidence doesn't automatically reset the day you land the next job, and what to do about it. Stay with me. This one matters. Quick question. If I asked you, who are you? What would you say? Most people would tell me what they do. I'm a project manager. I'm a marketing director. I'm in finance. And that's completely natural. We spend most of our waking hours at work. Of course, it shapes how we see ourselves. But here's the problem. When we fuse our whole identity to a job title, and then that job disappears, it doesn't just feel like we lost a role. It feels like we lost ourselves. And research confirms this is real. Studies published in peer-reviewed journals show that job loss strips people of multiple things simultaneously: their status, their daily structure, their sense of competence, and their social relationships. All at once, like someone pulled a single thread and the whole jumper unraveled. But here's what the same research also shows. The people who recovered faster, they are not the ones with the best CVs or the biggest networks. They're the ones who figured out something critical. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is. Your job was actually doing 4 separate jobs for you. And when you understand that, everything changes. Job number 1, status. The job gave you a rank, a title, a place in the world. Job number 2, structure. The alarm, the meetings, the rhythm of Tuesday and Friday, and the end of the quarter. Job number 3, competence. The work you were good at, the problems you solved, the proof that you could do things. And job number 4, connection. The colleagues, the team, the person you got coffee with and moaned about Monday morning meetings. Redundancy took the role, but it didn't take those 4 things. Those still exist in you. They're still yours. The question is, which of those 4 hurts most right now? Because the answer tells you exactly where to focus your energy first. You didn't lose yourself, you just lost a vehicle. A vehicle can be replaced with a better one. If this is landing for you, hit like. It takes 2 seconds and it generally helps this reach people who need it. And stick around, because the next part is where it gets really practical. What if I told you there is a 15-minute exercise tested on real unemployed job seekers in partnership with an actual government employment agency that measurably increases the speed and the probability of getting hired? Not a life coach selling a course, a peer-reviewed study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science, one of the most respected academic journals in the world. Here's what they found. Participants who did this one simple exercise were not only more likely to get hired, they got hired faster, and they received more job offers. And this is the part I love. It worked equally well for people under 50 and over 50. No age penalty. So what is this exercise? It takes 15 minutes. You can do it tonight, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. The exercise is called officially values-based self-affirmation, or we could just call it get hired faster. And the reason it works is this. When we lose a job, especially to redundancy, our brain goes into a kind of threat mode. We start second-guessing everything. Am I good enough? Would a better person have been kept? Our confidence doesn't just dip, it goes into a loop. Self-affirmation breaks that loop. Not by lying to yourself, not by repeating, "I'm amazing" in the mirror, but by reconnecting to who you actually are, independent of the job. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Write down your 5 most important personal values. Not career goals, values. Things like honesty, creativity, family, courage, learning, loyalty. What genuinely matters to you. Step 2. Pick the one that matters most right now and write a paragraph, just a paragraph, about why that value is important to you and a specific time in your life where you lived it. Step number 3. Read it back before every job application, before every interview, before every conversation that feels high stakes. That's it. That's the 15 minutes. And what it does is re-establish something the redundancy tried to take away from you. The belief that you are a capable, worthy, whole person, regardless of what's in your calendar this week. This isn't positive thinking, it's psychology. And it works because confidence isn't something you feel first and then you act on it. Confidence is something you build. And then the feeling follows. Okay, so you've done the identity work. You've done the values exercise. You land the new job. You're back. Here's the plot twist nobody talks about. Getting a new job doesn't fix the damage. Research, and this has been studied, describes something called the legacy effect of job loss. People who were made redundant and who successfully found new roles still reported higher job insecurity in the new position, lower commitment to the new organization, and elevated levels of anxiety, even though on paper everything was fine. The wound travels with you. Into the new office, into the new team meeting, into the moment your new manager gives you a slightly ambiguous piece of feedback and your brain immediately goes to, "Oh no, here we go again." But here's the thing. If you know the legacy effect exists, if you can name it, you can work with it instead of being ambushed by it. So let me give you 3 signs to watch for and a practical counter move for each one. First sign. Hypervigilance. You scan every email from your new manager for hidden meanings. You over-prepare for meetings. You can't quite relax into the role. Counter move, go back to your values list. Reread what you wrote. Remind yourself that your worth is not conditional to this organization's approval. Second sign. Difficulty trusting new leadership. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're holding back, not fully committing, because part of you is still protecting against the hit. Counter move. Build at least 2 relationships outside your immediate team early. You know people across the business who know your name and your work before your manager's mood affects your self-perception. Third sign. Imposter syndrome with extra baggage. Not just the classic, "I don't belong here," but also, "and I have proof because they already replaced me once." Counter move, start a 90-day win log from day 1. Every time you do something good, solve a problem, get a positive response, write it down. By the end of 90 days, you'll have evidence, real, specific, dated evidence that contradicts the story your brain is trying to tell you. Redundancy leaves a mark. That's just true. But it does not have to leave a scar. The difference between a mark and a scar is whether you do the work. And now you know exactly what that work looks like. Remember that car park? 45 minutes? Not moving? What I know now and what I want you to take from this video is that sitting in that car wasn't weakness. It was grief. And grief, when you understand it, has a path through. The identity fusion trap, you know what it is now. Name it when you feel it. The value exercise, 15 minutes. Do it tonight before you do anything else. The legacy effect, it's coming. Recognize it when it shows up and meet it with evidence, not anxiety. If this video helped you, or if you know someone who was just made redundant and needed to hear this, share it with them. right now. Like the video, subscribe if you want more of this. Part 2 and 3 of this series cover confidence after being fired and confidence after layoff. And I go even deeper on the research in both. And drop a comment below. One word, just one word, that describes how you felt on the day after your redundancy. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.